Who's more fun than watching that guy? Johnny Tapia was smoking crack in between fights.
Again.
And a killer.
Killer. And you love that
Johnny
guy.
Tapia. Room's hot and cold.
Albuquerque's finest.
Albuquerque's finest. Yeah. Johnny Tapia was a murder. We were talking about he was smoking crack between. He had a big coke problem, and he was between fights, and still a world champ.
Yeah, there's a documentary on him.
Mi Vida Loco.
It was great.
Oh yeah, Johnny Tapia has a tremendous life. They're gonna make I think a movie about. I don't know who plays a guy like. There he is.
I heard,
watch Johnny Tapia.
I heard The Rock's playing Johnny Tapia. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of The Rock, is there ever enough? Is there ever enough that you go, maybe I'm going to dial down the need to sell something today? Is it ever enough?
That's what I say all the time.
This guy's in popped up. Somebody told me, so I've been doing an informal study of like people. It's literally like, it's always all this positive, hey man, hey, and then it's like, hey, buy my tequila, hey, these are my shoes, hey, these are my... After a while, I feel like, fuck you, you're a fake.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure you're a great guy, and I probably would have a different tone if he were right here, but I would still say the same thing. I would go, when's it enough?
Yeah.
Hey, tequila, this and that.
I never know. I
got food, I'm signing this.
I never know what's
This is my thing.
When's it enough, guys?
Go home. But go home.
Go fucking home after a while.
Go home.
And this, it's like, it's the promotion never fucking ends.
Never ends.
I mean, it's just like, at what point do you... And then the movie promotion, and then the tequila promotion, and then you tie in all the promotions. It's like...
It's a lot, man.
I mean, he made $60 million.
Who gives a fuck after a while?
Walk with us in Atlanta.
So what? You were at Peter Thiel's house. Peter Thiel's got more money than that guy will. He lives in a 3-bedroom house. He's not obsessed with the money. He's obsessed with doing shit.
Yeah, he's boring.
He's not trying to sell you fucking tequila while selling you things while being a personal trainer.
There's guys like George Clooney who you don't see all up in your face with his dick and tequila and stuff, and he sold all that, and he's like, I'm good, man.
Well, he
got involved with a piece of a company, and he would see this as not an integrity, like a life that's associated with some regard for. There's a kind of integrity that isn't that. Like, every fucking thing is a sale. It's weird.
Well,
and he seems like a great guy. He's also a great guy.
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, I'm sure he is.
I've heard him talk. He always seems like he gives a fuck about people, and he cares. I don't think he's that good of an actor.
He's great, but the thing is also the amount of...
He's good at acting that way. He's good at acting like he cares.
You're
right.
You're right about that. Drugs that the amount of steroids that he must be taking.
But don't we all know this?
Yeah, I hope so. But I mean,
some people don't.
Like, how muscular do you need to get here? It's a very...
But that's his thing, right? He's a superhero in all the movies. Like, you have to... You cannot not do.
But 10 years ago, he was awesome too. His body looked fantastic.
But he wasn't as big as he is now.
But look at the idea.
Because you need to be that big, right?
Well, I'm saying his career has exploded because he's that guy. He played Hercules.
Yeah, right. Nobody else. How many other people can play that guy?
Off of Hercules. He just had a great sense of humor. He was a giant guy who could act.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now I feel like he's overdoing it. I feel like he's just
muscular wise.
Yeah, like he's just so veiny and so.
Made some good movies and Jumanji. Yeah, but my thing is
a huge hit.
My thing is when is it enough?
Turn down the volume?
I mean, that's a lot of veins in the old head.
It's always this.
When you're coming up and you're trying to gain attention and you're trying to get some leverage in the business, you're coming at things. You're doing what you can. A guy like that, like, how much?
How much?
How much? Now you're selling me fucking tequila? You sold me 13 movies in the last 2 months. Now tequila?
I hear you, man. Give me a break, dude.
Fast in the Ferry.
You can see me in Columbus, Ohio this Friday, Saturday.
Wait a second. Right there.
What are you doing?
When you just checked out on us.
If you're going to say that.
If you need Pure Spectrum CBD, the best on the planet, use promo code SHOP.
If you're going to start with that, I guess I'm going to be in Cleveland this weekend. Buy your tickets for tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday.
That's right. You're taking off.
But that's different, isn't it? Like from what a comic does, or like what we do here, it's different than.
You're also not The Rock. If you made $13 billion grossing movies and then you're trying to sell
I'm not on
tequila,
social media.
It's like,
hold on. Hold on. If someone comes to me and Brian goes, hey man,
here's our
Sirius goes, hey, find a kid. We'll give you and Brian each $10 million each.
Right.
There's no social media.
right. I see. Just check it.
No, Brendan's out.
Yeah. Brendan's out.
Brendan, you find it. You get my dates on this podcast.
That's right.
I don't even have a phone.
That's right, sir. I might be gone.
Yeah, I'll be like Bruce Wayne. You see me zoom around.
I would buy
LA.
your car from you, and I would take off. Yeah, you would never see me again on social media. I would buy your car as long as I had enough coming in. I would take it back to New York.
I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.